severely emotional, mentally, and physically abused, even financial abuse included, for 6 good years. Good day, everyone. My name is Solipe Happiness Ngozi, and in this video today, we'll be discussing toxic relationship. When there are violent situations in relationship, we tend to call it toxic. So many people are into toxic relationship, but they don't even know about it. So many people undergo it and they tend to ignore it. In relationships, abuse manifests in various forms: emotional, financial, and physical, each with its own set of warning signs. Recognizing these signs is crucial for early intervention and support. Toxic relationship involves emotional abuse, and it involves financial abuse also, and also we can also say physical abuse and all of that. So let's take the first one, like I mentioned, emotional abuse. This involves behaviors aimed at undermining an individual's self-esteem and mental well-being. Indicators include constant criticism, manipulation, isolation from friends and family, and threat. Such tactics are intended to control and intimidate the victim. Now let's get this well. So many people are being emotional abused in relationship or marriages, but they ignore them. Now let's take this scenario whereby someone is being emotional abused in a way that like I mentioned, self-esteem. People tend to lose their self-esteem when they are being manipulated emotionally. They even feel like they are worthless. Some people feel that they have nothing again, like they are nothing without a particular partner. That's to say, they cannot leave them. So when you are being emotionally abused and you feel like yourself, you are worthless, and even some people go to an extent of isolating their partners from their friends and family. Some will say, I don't want you to get involved with this person. I want you to do away with this relationship. I want you to do away with this friendship. I want you to stay away from your family and all of that. They call it love. Some call it love. Some even accept this just because you want to be in love, so just because you want to be there, but you're being emotional abused. Some are being criticized in a relationship. This is emotional abuse. So moving on, let's look at financial abuse. Financial abuse, this form of abuse centers around controlling a partner's financial resources, thereby limiting their independence. Signs encompass restricting access of bank accounts, coercing someone into debt, or preventing them from employment. Financial abuse is a significant red flag and often coexists with other abusive behaviors. So that some partners ask their partners to quit their jobs, their well-paying jobs, just because they want to be in control or whatever thing that goes on. Financial abuse. You don't abuse a woman. You don't make a woman. Some women are owing. They have debt to clear every year and there because they don't have anything. They don't have anything that can afford them money. It is wrong. It is totally wrong for a woman to depend. I came across a post that I will just briefly use as an instance on this. A man a man got married to a woman. They already had 2 kids. So having these 2 kids, they were about welcoming the third one, and this man never registered this woman for antenatal. When the woman was due for delivery, he took her to all these random midwives or all these women that are. And so things got worse, that her condition became so critical that these people couldn't handle it. They were referred to a better hospital. Getting to the hospital, things were very bad. That the woman had to, the hospital had to ask the man to provide 500,000 naira before they would commence anything on the woman. Being that the man couldn't afford it, the man had no such amount of money, and the woman doesn't have at all. Also, they had to they started running around, which made the woman lose her life. Can you see? The man doesn't have enough, and the woman wasn't doing anything. This led to the death of that woman. And the worst part of it was that After the woman died, they also spent close to the 500,000 naira just to deposit her body to the mortuary. These are the things that need to be avoided. Don't financially abuse your partner. Let two partners do what is best for them. Let them do what is right to support each other. Let's talk about physical abuse. This is the most visible form of abuse and includes any act of physical violence such as hitting, pushing, or any other act intended to cause bodily harm. Is imperative to recognize that physical abuse often escalates from other forms of abuse. Seriously, you see relationships now. Let me not even talk about marriages. Abuses start from relationship now. Physical abuse starts from relationship. That you look at your partner, you think that the best way to correct a mistake, the best way to resolve issues, the best way to discuss things, or the best way to put the person in right senses is by beating the person. Some even have canes they use on their partners. This is very wrong. It doesn't just happen to women. Men also see this. Women who go extreme just because they feel bad, they want to physically abuse a man. This is actually vice versa, and it shouldn't be same. And this is a toxic relationship. This toxic relationship we're talking about, so many people are involved. This is happening everywhere. It is happening around the world, and it's not supposed to be. When you see that this thing is getting physically is getting so violent, like it is now toxic for you, you do away with that. Nobody deserves to die because you wanted to give a relationship a chance, because you wanted to give marriage a chance. Nobody deserves to lose his or her life along the line. Jamie endured severe emotional, mental, physical, and financial abuse over 6.5 years. She felt isolated and defeated, but ultimately found the strength to leave the abusive relationship, emphasizing the importance of recognizing one's worth and seeking help. Someone actually suffered abusive relationship. She was not just physically abused, but she was severely emotional, mentally, and physically abused, even financial abuse included, for 6 good years. And then she could cope up. She felt she could cope up with it, but at a time she got the strength. She got the strength to leave the abusive relationship. Do you know why? Because she gave it a try. She tried it. So many people don't even try at all. She tried and she was able to leave that abusive relationship, and she emphasized the importance of recognizing one's worth. So many people don't even know their worth. So many don't feel like they are worth anything again. So many people think, so many women especially, the mindset that because just like I said earlier, people think that when they are with a man, women now feel like man is just like an how do I even say, when they're into a relationship, they feel like does he even have money? If he has money, I'm okay with the relationship. Now that mindset makes them feel like you don't have to do anything at all aside that man. That man is your bank account. That man is your work you need to do as a woman. Now, when it's time for you to leave abusive relationship, abusive marriage, you feel, how would I make it out there? That is their mindset. That is the problem. That you see, this problem is the problem that is making so many women to stay on that particular abusive relationship. How would I make it out there? If it's marriage, if I leave this marriage, how would I survive? Why won't you survive? Are you even supposed to depend on that person to survive? No. When you feel like it is not working, you take a walk. Find yourself. Know your worth. Realize your worth. Recognize your worth. Know that you were created for yourself. So many people die on the process. trying to he will change, she will change, you die. Some of them die, which is very bad. So how about Annie's reflection? Annie highlighted that accepting abusive behavior often stems from believing one is unworthy of better treatment. She underscores that abuse is never the victim's fault and stresses the necessity of understanding and acknowledging one's of value. Yes, this is another point that so many people feel like it is my fault. That is what I deserve. This is just what I deserve. I deserve this treatment. This is my fate. Even some people welcome bad treatment as fate. They feel like it is their fate. This is what they deserve because of who they are. This is what they deserve. They feel that this was always their fault. You always blame yourself because you want to remain there, because you want to stay there. You want to believe, you always believe that it's your fault, even when the other person is at fault. You feel you are the one at fault, thereby no longer recognizing your own value. You see, is it even necessary that you throw away your self-value because you want to remain in a toxic relationship? So many people are being belittled, so many people are being criticized, so many are being taken for granted because you feel like, I need this hair, he will buy it. I need this shoe, he will buy it. You just feel like even if they want to throw stone on you just to get those things for you, you are okay with it. That's very bad. This narrative shed light on the complexities of abusive relationships and the resilience of survivors. If you or someone you know is experiencing abuse, it's vital to reach out to local support services or hotlines dedicated to assisting those in such situations. What do you do to help or to manage this situation? Are you the one involved in toxic relationship? If you are the one involved in a toxic relationship, after this video today, after coming across this video, take a walk, give yourself some time, go to somewhere, stay alone, think, reflect, look at yourself in a mirror, recognize yourself, know your worth, beat your chest and say, I can do this. I am who I am. I am not worthless. I am more than a toxic relationship. Leave that relationship. Believe you me, all will not be the same. You can actually find a better one where your worth will never leave you, because some of you, your worth left you because when your worth wants you to recognize it, you want to recognize it. So take a walk and leave it. And if you know someone who is involved in any toxic relationship, try as much as you can to help them, because most of them don't even know what they are doing anymore. I believe by now you understand what toxic relationship is, as we have talked about the signs when you are being emotionally abused, when you're being physically abused, when you're being financially abused, and all of that. You know that when you're being belittled, you know that you are no longer seeing yourself as anything. You know that you are in a toxic relationship. When you see your partner, instead of you to smile, you will feel so scared. Take your time to recognize yourself and know who you are. So this video is to bring you back to who you are truly. Thank you for watching this video to this extent. If you have not followed Quit Violence International, please click the follow button, share, like our video, and follow us on other of our platforms. We really discuss things that will benefit you on this platform. We talk about anything concerning violence, and I know that violence is something that occurs every time. Thank you very much, and see you in our next video. Bye.